In the Lubbock Independent School District, educators make sure they know the student's background to help them learn the best way possible, making it a positive experience for everyone involved.
It is probably one of the most important things that we can consider when we're thinking about how we structure learning for our students. We know that in order for learning to be impactful, it has to be rigorous, it has to be relevant, and you have to have relationships. And the only way that you can accomplish those things if you really have a clear understanding of who your students are. How do we do it better? How do we do it with every student? How do we make sure that every child feels like there is a seat, that they are included, there is opportunity for them? So one of our programs is Ready, Set, Teach. And so if you participate in Ready, Set, Teach in our district as a high school student, then we say if you will finish your degree, we will guarantee you a job in our district.
Ariana Hernandez is part of Texas Tech K-12 and Ideal and uses part of her upbringing to bring children from underprivileged areas to Lubbock in hopes of a college education and a better life.
We'll go around the campus, show them how it looks, how it flows, and for a lot of these students, it's the first time, even though they're from the Lubbock area, it's the first time coming to Texas Tech, and they're like, what, like this exists? Like I didn't realize it was so close. And so it's just kind of like an introductory for that K-12 community. For me personally, and what I aim to do with not just my hometown, but like smaller hometowns with it, is try to provide these kids with the opportunity of like, you know, just because you came from a small town or a disadvantaged small town or a disadvantaged town in general, doesn't mean you're stuck. We do it because we want you to be leaders of the community. And believe it or not, whether you go back to Houston or not, you become a role model for those younger children of your hometown. They're like, oh my goodness, like so-and-so is now doing this. That means I can maybe do it. Maybe I can get out of my town and do something with my life too, kind of situation.
As a professor of future educators, Jacqueline Henninger says it is important for students to realize the diversity of the different students in the classroom. Henninger utilizes her own experience in teaching them.
Always trying to integrate my Tanzanian experiences into the classroom as a way primarily to encourage my students to be willing to integrate music representative of different cultures into their future classrooms. And I think it's important that educators understand that diversity can look differently, right? So it's not just about racial, ethnicity, or culture, but it can have so many different forms. I think diversity is really important with regards to making sure that you teach effectively and also making sure that the experiences that you provide are thoughtful and selected in a manner that is sensitive to the demographic that you serve.
Henninger says she hopes her lessons with diversity will impact the future music educators of tomorrow.